Hey guys, and welcome to this tutorial. Today we will work on a maze wall from Overwatch. So here you can see what I got. So here is the first person player character, and if I press E, if this blue ghost of the wall, and if I hit somewhere, there is the wall where we can't shoot through or can't walk through. So yeah, there is the cooldown also, and yeah, you can also place it under you. Yeah, exactly like maze wall. So let's get started. So open up your Unreal Engine browser, launcher, go to new project, pick the first person and type in some name. Create the project. Here we are. Let's create the wall. So open up Blender, pull it in here, double A to delete everything, and then let's add a circle. Then press N for the quick menu, X-axis 1 and Y-axis also 1. Then press 1 and 5 on your numpad for this perspective. Also go into this here and click on this one. Then press tab to go into edit mode and press here on the magnet. And then let's extrude this to 1. Now we have 1 meter. Here are 2, 3 and 4. So we want to have 4 meters. Let's next up recalculate the normals, because here is this black failing color. So click here on shading UV in edit mode. Select everything and recalculate. And now we have the correct color. Press C to have this circle. Then we want to select the upper ring and press E and scale. And let's scale this 2 times. And let's do this again here. And again and again. And the last time scale. So press E and S and then 0. So now this is scaled to the middle. Now we have there a lot of vertices. We want to merge them. So click Alt and M. And then we can merge them. So now this is only one vertex and not like before a lot of vertices. So press 1 again, press Ctrl and R to actually cut them into more pieces. And now let's add a subdivision surface. So this is a bit better now. Something like this. And let's just move it into this position here. And with Shift D, we can duplicate this. Something like this, but let's bring them a bit more in. No, this is okay, I think. All like this, so now they are perfectly aligned. Then duplicate them and bring them somewhere here and do the same this side. Now they are a bit together, like this. Now I'm not a good modeler or sculpture, so you can go into sculpt mode and play here with these values and make this a bit more looking like actual ice wall. I'm not very good at this, so I'm just leaving it for you. Can just play here with these values, so I will just leave it as it is here. Let's make this a bit on this side. This, connect them here together. Subdivide here a bit. Pull this on, like this. So just export it as Maywall FBX, like this. Then go back into your project, and here let's import this one. So click on Maywall, import all, and here's our wall. So let's create the new material. Go into this material, and let's pull them in here. And actually, I forgot the name of the normal colors, so go into your first person projectile and open up here the material and go into base material and just copy over this diffuse color here. Yeah, that's a way to help you out. So just connect this and give it a bluish color here, something like this, and create an alpha of something 0.2 or something 0.4, and connect it here to the opacity. Then click on the material and make it translucent. Now apply this one and save. And go back into your first person blueprints folder, just duplicate this one, and here just remove the alpha, make this one, and apply and save. Could also play here with the values, so let's just make this opaque and add some Scala parameters. Is 0. For the specular, can make something like 100, but no, the ice reflecting, yeah, ice is reflecting, so make this 50. And copy this over on the roughness and make this one something like, yeah, this is a better blue color, I think. Well, let's actually now create our actor or our wall actor. We call this wall, we open this up, we add first this theme component, pull this in to remove this ball here, then we add the static mesh, and the static mesh is our wall, like this. File and save. And now to actually make this perfect, we need to go here into custom, and then we remove the collision. So at first, as it is a ghost, don't want to have collision enabled. Yeah, we leave it as it is now here, and now let's go into the first person character and move here on our spawn logic. So I will use the E key. We'll just pick this up here, key, there it is, and then we start. So here let's get a branch. This one will be something like our personal flip-flop, so this one will be click A, and compile and save, and click A is true at the beginning. If we are going into the truth path, we want to set false, so next time we press E, it goes in this direction. And the same is this one, so we're clicking and we're going into this direction. So I'm using this instead of flip-flop because we can now actually remove this click A or change the click A from other perspective. So next up, another branch, and this one will be our typical has no pull down question mark, and one will be true. And then we have also our typical is in mode, and this one also will be set it to true here. Whoops, sorry. So yeah, at default it's false. No cooldown is true at default. Yeah. So next up, let's make our delay so we can actually do again a line trace every 0.0 seconds. And we also want to add a custom event so we can actually go to this delay when we want. So we call this go to delay like this. And in this go to delay, we want to check again if we're still not clicked A. So we're clicking A and we're setting this here to false. So this click A is false. We can make here our line trace. And if we hit E again and we make click A true, then we break out of this trace. So let's create the first trace. And this one will be just simple as it is. So get here the world location of the camera. And this one will be our lane trace by channel, will be our start point. And we get the forward vector and we multiply them by a float. is the length of where the wall can reach, so 1000 meter or 1000 units is okay, I think. Here we add the offset, and then we have here the actors to ignore, and we want to make an array of this, and here we will actually add the wall itself, so it can ignore itself. So then we want to return, and we want to connect these two values, go to the end graph, and now get your trace. From here we want to make the branch again, and we want also to break here the hit result, and we want to save the location, so promote this variable. So this will be our location if we hit something, so this is the impact location or the point, and if we hit nothing, so we are looking into the air, want to use the end location instead. So call this trace end. We do it like this. And yeah, we can first work on this path here. So next up, we want the wall to always rotate to ourselves, like my wall does in Overwatch. So we will get here a variable called C rotation, and we make this a float. And let's pull them in, set it here, connect them together. And this one will be first our find look at rotation. So we get the rotation between the point and ourselves. So put the mesh in here. Get the world location of the mesh. Bring them in here. Then we want to break this rotator. Then we want to get the Z, but we want to add a float of 90 so that it's correctly rotated to us. So if we don't do this, it will face with the wrong side to us. Now we connect this, and now we can actually make the spawn function. So click on functions here and spawn mini wall, and this one will just create actor from class. Oh, not create, sorry, my fault. Spawn actor from class. Class is our main wall, just our wall, like this. Transform will be made by the location, and the Z rotation, just break the rotation of the wall, so split here the structure, connect this together, and here on Z we want 0.005, so it's very small. We make here always spawn ignore on collision, and then we promote this to a variable called maywall, so here we get always access to our wall, then get the static mesh, and then we want to set the material of this. We're setting the material to our new material, which is the ghost one, and then we want to go to delay, like this. So go into the event graph again, and here we make or pull in our may wall, and from this one we get an is valid, this here, and if may wall is not valid, we actually create the mini wall. So compile and save this. Once this is created, we actually grab here our may wall, and we get the static mesh again, the bottom here, and we want to set the world location and rotation if we already spawned the wall. So the new location will again be the new or the trace hit point, and the rotation will again split it, and here will be the Z rotation, like this. So you can delete this one, and actually let me first trace here, actors to ignore, want to plug in the may wall so it ignores itself, like this. So now let's just test this. press E, and yeah, it spawns the wall with this ghost material in blue. Okay, let's move on. So next we want a left mouse button and down click. So if we're in mode, this one is true, then we can actually click, and let's make a boolean. Clicked question mark will be a boolean, and here we set this one to true. So now we have clicked and we want to spawn the wall. By default this is false, so this is okay. And we go here from our set world location rotation, and we grab in here there is clicked or clicked question mark. Connect this up. Now we're not anymore in ghost mode, so get the is in mode and set this here to false. And if we're clicking and it's false, we want to go to delay again. So now we should actually have this moving. Yeah, now we can move. Okay, so if we're in mode, we want to add a custom event, or out of mode. So we clicked and we're out of mode. And this one will be our cooldown. And we're running it from here, like this. Compile and save. And then let's create a new function, spawn wall. Here we want to actually get the main wall again. And we want to set world location and rotation. To set it mesh, so like this. Connect this together. Get in the location and split here the structure. And bring in the Z. Like this. Then we actually want to set the collision, this one, so set collision enabled here. We are now changing here this one, and we want to collision enabled. And then we want to set the material, and we set the material to the one that is not with opacity. And then we just return this. Compile and save. Go into the event graph, bring in the spawn wall function here after the cooldown. Not after the cooldown, but at the moment we start the cooldown, and then we just, in this second, we spawn the wall. So from this point here, we want to go into a delay of 0.0 seconds. And here we need again our alpha. Create a variable alpha float, which is an alpha. And then we want to set this, or we get this alpha, and we want to add a float to it of 0.01. And we set here the alpha to this value. And then we want another function where we can actually set this. So let's create a function called move up. And inside this one, we again get the main wall and get the static. Scroll down, it's at the bottom. And we get the world transform of this. And we want to break this. And then we want to set the world transform. Set world transform like this. Connect this up here. And we make transform. Connect the location and the rotation. And then just split the scale here at the bottom, and the Z will come here and will be the alpha. So yeah, and at the beginning, of course, we want to return. So now here this value goes up inside our event graph. We'll bring this in, and this will be our alpha here. So next up, we need two custom events. So first one will be this custom event here, which will be spawn. So we can actually spawn the object every time we want. And we want to add a custom event, which will be repeat. So we can repeat here, oh sorry, my mistake, we want to put the repeat into the delay and the spawn into the spawn wall, like this. So if we're moving up, we're going into a branch and we're checking if the alpha is less or equal 0, and if this is true, go on, and if this is false, oh no, sorry, if it's true, if it's less than 0, then we go into the repeat, and if it's false, we on. So we set the alpha to 0, get a delay of 5 seconds, so this is duration, the duration. The wall is alive, then we get the wall, and then we destroy the actor. Like this. But before we do this, let's just add an is valid, like always. Sorry. Is valid. Put in it. If it's valid, then we go there. So now the last thing we have to do is here, if we're hitting nothing, we want to go to a custom event, hit nothing, and we do here another trace. So we go here to hit nothing, like this, and then we start it here. So here we can copy over things from the first trace. So just bring them in here. So the start point will be now our trace end, which we set it before we go here. And z will be minus 1000. Then get here again the branch. So if we hit something, we want to break here. And we just set here then the location to a new value and the z rotation to a new value. So for this, we can actually just go into top and copy this all over here. This in here. Just connect here the new location of the new trace. Pull them in here. And this one will also be the location. So like this. And then we grab in the main wall. Like, and is valid. This, connect these two, and from it's not valid, we want to spawn the mini wall, this, and if it is valid, we want to set the location like we did here, copy this all over, put it in here, and something I forgot here is of course the is clicked. So like this is clicked. And then of course we want to copy this over at this. So get these two here. So if it's true, we aren't anymore in mode, and we start the cooldown, and then we start the spawn. So we can actually here the spawn, this one, and we're ready to go. And one thing I forgot here is the beginning, when we are going to the click A, we want to check is valid, bring in the main wall. If it's valid, we want to destroy the actor, so we stop working with this small wall, so we can actually cancel our spawn. Then the is in mode will be set it to false. And the click A, this one here, set to true. Now test it and press E again, the wall disappears. Now here this is not going up, so let's look into this. So go here into your delay and you want to add 0.8. That's the speed how it goes up, so a bit small, something not correctly set it up here. So my mistake here, make this greater equals 1. If this is true, we go here, and if this is false, we want to repeat like this, and then just make it up. Okay, so next up we just make the cooldown here, and for this one set has no cooldown to false, so we can actually access this thing again. Then we want a delay of 1 second, and then we want a function cooldown, which will be 5. So we get this, we subtract float. You can also do it with an integer. This is just now I work with the float. You can change this. So connect this and then get a branch if cooldown is less or equal 0, then we break out. If it's false, then we repeat this. And if it's true and we break out, we want to set the actual cooldown again to 5. Oops, my mistake. This one, and then we want to set has no cooldown to true. And we want to set click A to true. And the clicked mouse button will set to false. Like this, and now we can test this. So we press E, it disappears. We press E now. We press E again and can go into this. This is not correct, so let's look into this. And let's add here another branch. So we can only destroy this if has no cooldown is set to false. So get this one. No, this is true. Can go into this. So spawn this. Now we press, nothing happened. Yeah, this is how I want this. So after 5 seconds it disappears and we can redo this. So now it works. And yeah, that's it for this part. I think it's a bit too long again, but sorry for this. Yeah, the Blender took a bit time. So if you find any other bugs or fails, just put it in the comments. I will then work on this and re-upload the better version. So thanks for watching, and yeah, have a nice day. Bye.